Hi, you guys. Welcome to the Glow Show Talk Show. I'm Terry, the co-host, and this is
Toto. Talk to Toto today, guys, and we're going to be talking with Terry today. Terry has a lot to tell you guys about him. So, guys, I think you guys need to get to know my co-host. So, let's talk to Terry today. So, Terry, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm alive.
Okay, so do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to these people?
So, quick little introduction. Hi, you guys. I'm Terry. I'm from South Dallas. I'm from here. I'm from Texas. I'm 21. I turn 22 next month. Tune in my birthday next month. Next week. Get that together.
Next week. Okay.
Yes. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about the LGBTQ plus community and basically like the challenges that like we face, and then the guest that we have coming soon. She's going to tell her story about basically like all the crazy thing that she's went through. We're going to keep that on a surprise. So when she gets here, you're going to learn so much about her, me, and then also Gloria's going to put in her input as well to you guys.
So would you say that sex with you and your wife is different from a sex with men or regular men?
Definitely.
What does that? Why? Just tell us.
Having sex with a man is no attachment. Because I've been making money. You got to have money. If you're a man and you're trying to have sex with me, you got to pay me.
Right.
Period.
So it was business for you.
It was business for me. But being with my wife, when we do make love, it's good. She treats me good. She caresses my body. She rubs me down, and it's like she makes me cry. I feel that emotional connection, That's why I became
somebody
her wife.
that love you.
Somebody that loves me unconditionally, not lust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for her, y'all.
So now your family is not accepting that you're completely gay now. So would you say that you're completely gay now, or you're still where?
Oh, baby, I'm completely gay. You see this rock?
Okay.
See this rock?
Okay.
Excuse my nails. Though,
so even if the bread come, we ain't doing.
Oh, baby, even if the bread down, baby, I go get it. No, let me
I like that honesty.
But yeah, so for mine, so
So that's what it is like being gay. Did you have problems? Like how was your family accepting you? What was it like with them accepting you?
So
wait, you like?
No, my phone is actually like on 5%.
There you go, charge it, right? Oh,
it's on his iPad. So kind of like the intro that I gave at the beginning. I kept it modernized. I kept it kind of like safe, but kind of just like her in her example.
So now you can open up.
I was very, very young. I remember it was like my 5th grade summer, and I'm not even gonna cry because I done told this story to therapists a million times. I've been in front of detectives telling this story. So my cousin, he is 8 years older than me. He decided to, of course, he was already sexually active with other people, and he exposed that to me.
When you was 5?
So when I was in my fifth grade. So my 5th grade summer going into like middle school, that's kind of when everything started.
So like you was about 10, 11.
10, like really young.
And then how old was this cousin?
So my cousin is 7 years older than me. His birthday is December 16th. So he's 7 years older than me. So he's like in high school.
So he was like 17.
Yeah. So he was already like doing other things with
he was about
other
17.
people. He was already like, so he's experienced. I'm a child, I'm young, and I'm my father's only child. So this is his side of the family. So when he's at work, I'm with his sister. So to mind you, this is his sister's son.
That's why I don't trust everybody with my kids.
This is my father's nephew. So as me being at a very young age, my dad was a drug dealer. My father is still to this day like very feared, very respected. So to me, he was a scary man. And my cousin would tell me, if he finds out, you're going to get in trouble, we're going to this and da-da-da-da. And it kind of just went, and this went on for years. When I say years, this went on for years. And imagine growing up and you're in school, and I was around girls as well too, and they're like, you're very feminine, are you gay? I don't know anything about being gay. I don't know anything about a man and a man.
Did he force you, or did he force you? Did he talk you through it? Was it rough?
So how it was more of like he was like building me up into it. He's like, hey, let's try this, let's try that.
The next day.
For example, when I wrote my statement to the detectives, the first thing I said, I was like, when I was young, when you're very young, your brain is like a sponge. So whatever you're being taught, whatever you're being showed to and introduced to, you're learning it and you're thinking it's okay. So from his point of view, he's like, let's try this, let's play this little game, let's do that, da-da-da. In my mind, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then also he will always say, don't tell nobody. You can't tell nobody because then we'll get in trouble. So this went on for a very long time. And then it's like, as me growing up, I never knew that was wrong. I never told nobody because, of course, I didn't want to get in trouble. You know, my dad is, if you think y'all can't see that I'm tall, but I'm 6'4". My father's way bigger than me. I'm terrified of him. So it's like, why would I even try to get in trouble with him, my mom, or any of my other uncles?
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. You know, I'm from the South. I'm from Dixon, so my family is hood. So it's just like, I don't want to be in trouble. And then, like, imagine being a child, you're growing up and everyone's like, you're gay. Like, were you raised around girls and you're lost because you're like, I don't know what gay is. Like, no one has never, like, sat me down and told me, like, if you act like this or you da-da-da. So this is just, like, something I thought that was normal over time. And my parents did not find this out until my senior year in high school. And it was like in a very bad, like, incident. But we end up, like, they found out and we went to the police about it. We worked up a case and all this other stuff. But my own family didn't believe me. They didn't.
Your mom and your dad didn't believe you?
So my mom, she believed me. My father I've had conversations with him where he's like spectated, where like he's like, oh, I really don't believe you. Or he's just like, you did that for a show, for attention and da-da-da. And it's like, imagine being me. And that's how I look at it when I hear people's story. It's just like, imagine her going to her grandmother. She told her grandmother that, like, my uncle, your brother, he molested me, he touched me, he did things to me. And your family's like, oh no, that didn't happen.
You're fast. You're just flaying yourself.
So then another thing with her with the fast word, as me being a child, my mom, she's a very built woman. You know how I'm built. Y'all, if anybody has seen me in person, you know. So as being a child, my clothes always fitted me differently. So I've always been looked at as like, oh, you trying to show off your body? No, I'm just wearing clothes that my parents don't buy me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, you wear tight clothes and da-da-da-da. You act like you want to be a girl. You want this. And it's just like.
But these are the clothes they're buying.
These are the clothes they're buying me. But don't you understand, like, this is, I don't know anything about this. I'm a child. Like, if I know something, I'm learning it. So this is something that was like covered up and eased into my life. And then it's just like, even for like people out there now, if you've been in this situation and you don't know what to do about it, don't let it like take over your mind. Because me, I didn't know for a very long time that it was affecting me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just more so like, you know, oh, I'm normal. You know, this is normal. You know, this how it feels. It's like, oh, this is just normal. Like, I'm guessing everybody
you get adapted to it in your own world. You don't care what nobody thinks.
When you say you got everything happened, it got exposed during your senior year, did y'all get cut? Like, did your parents walk on y'all?
No. Oh, no. So basically, my senior year, you know, like, I have very hood parents, like they're ghetto, so, you know, we're not ghetto, but, you know, like they're just hood, you know, we're from the South. And how it happened was one of my cousins was being messy and screenshotted a story from my Snapchat. And I had posted this dude and they sent it to my dad. So my dad, they pulled me outside in the middle of the night. And they're like, oh, what's this you're posting? And it's my dad, his wife, my mom, and her baby father. So they're all outside. They're like, what's this? What's going on? Are you gay? And I'm just like, in my whole life, knowing the kind of family that I have, I've always just said no. Because it's just like, why? I'm not going to tell it because I know y'all are very homophobic. Y'all don't like gay people. You know, I know how y'all talk bad. Like, even before we even had that conversation, my dad would sit me down and he'll try to like explain different things to me, like what goes on in jail. And he would use those scenarios like, you don't want to go through that and look how you're built. Like, if you go to jail, they're going to do this, they're going to do this to you. And then also it's just like, it's just crazy. But that night we were outside, we were talking, and it got to the point where like the conversations got really escalated because they're upset. They're going through, they went through my phone, they had seen stuff, and then my dad was like, kids who act like you must have been touched. And I was just like, no, I lied in his face. I was like, no, I wasn't. Because I feel like if I've been going through this for my senior year, I was 18. I've been dealing with this, so why would I have to tell y'all that? And then my mom hit me. She did. She hit me. And when she hit me, she knocked my glasses off. I blacked out. And I came back to, and the first thing that came out my mouth, I was like, if you bitches really want to fucking know, yes, I was molested.
Might as well
I might as well tell y'all now. And ever since then, it was remember I told you the polices, the detectives, and then my family just like, oh, I feel like everything happened to you. Even like I told you, the guy who did it, that is my father's like brother, son, that's his nephew. His own sister texted me on Facebook. I have not spoken to this girl in years, since that day. She was like, you're lying on my brother, he didn't do this to you. And then I'm just like, and again, imagine being in our shoes and that happened to you, and you have somebody tell you that didn't happen to you. How does that how do you think that makes us feel? Like, how you gonna tell me something happened to me that I know?
So what happened to him? So
that it's a pending thing with like the detectives and stuff. Like I really don't know exactly what happened because my mom and dad, when we went to I started going to child advocacy center and talking to detectives and stuff. They just handled everything. They would talk to my mom, they would talk to my dad, and I really don't know at this point. I don't. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they dealt with you like family. Because that's how, now that's let's be honest, and this not, but that's how black people do things.
They sweep right under the rug.
They sweep it under the rug. And I don't even want to say the color thing, but it's really, it's true. Like black people, you would come tell them, they'll be like, oh, we family, let's just sweep it under the rug. Right. No, we not. I don't care who you is. You hurt my kids, I'm coming for you.
Period.
And I'm coming for everything in your house.
Yeah.
Your roach, your coat spoon. Everything. Even the cooking spoon. I'm coming for everything. Yeah. I mean everything.
And that's why, like, for example, Gloria, she knows like how I am about my little brother. Like my little brother, his father was killed last year in November. So it's just me and him and my mom. And just like Gloria, and I was like, Gloria, can I bring my little brother up here? Because I can't trust many people watching. Because when I was very young, if I had a big cousin that was 7 years older than me, coercing me like, oh yeah, let's do this, let's do that. You can't. When I say you can't trust, no, I'm not gonna say you can't trust somebody, but you just have to be very aware because you never know what someone could be doing to your child. No, for real. Just like, for example, in her situation, you would have never thought that your uncle, someone who's older than you, they're very wise, like been in this like streets and whatever work. You've graduated. You're smart. Yeah. Why would you do that to a child? And it makes you wonder, like, why, like. And then when you get your own kids, it makes you very protective, defensive. Like, I can't let that happen to my baby. No, because I'll lose my screws. Like, behind my little brother, if I even get wind of it, I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to be in jail. Right. I'm not going to call the police. I'm murdering. You know what I'm saying? It's that serious because that has changed my life drastically. Like, the way that I've had to live my life, especially being in the hood. Like being in the hood and being gay is not. It's not good. It's not peaches and cream. Like when I it be so when I be around people. Peaches and cream, friend. When I be around people and they be like, "You so nice," and just how they tell her like, "You're too pretty, too friendly," like da da da. Y'all don't understand how long it took for me.
We're just trying to be heard.
Trying to be heard.
And be loved and be accepted
and be normal.
Yeah. Because our own people won't accept us.
There we go. That's true. Then you're getting a real, and then I think about this all the time. Imagine being in school and you're getting bullied at school, then you want to come home and tell your parents or somebody who you hate. You're just like, you don't even like me. So how am I gonna come talk to you about what I'm going through when you know what I'm saying you don't understand? So I'm getting bullied at school. Then I come home. I can't go to y'all because what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna you shouldn't be da da da. So that's when I had to learn I gotta defend myself. So literally, when I tell people all the time, I may look like this, but I'm the hardest fighter you will see in your life, and I mean that. When I say the hardest fighter, you can put anybody in front of me, and my people from South Dallas, y'all know.
You want to fight Jonathan?
Jonathan, baby, I love him. I love him.
You want to do a challenge? I can set it up.
We can set it up.
You want to fight?
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Being in the hood.
Do you want to fight Jonathan?
That's my baby.
I mean, so
we can do a little boxing glove. We can do a friendly.
Jonathan big ass.
No, but Jonathan, I like how he was fight. Like if anybody knows on the show,
you got hands. He got hands.
Bad Boys, like
his hands is Lisa. What you say?
No, but in reality, y'all like growing up in the hood. Like I'm pretty sure, like anybody who's just been like,
we can put some money on the side.
Who being like gay, you know, like you're always being targeted. You're a target. Like listen, when you're walking in this lifestyle like me, people be like, how you dress the way you dress, and like y'all don't even understand. Like when I be in my booty shorts and I be like all cute and da da da, they be like, "Why you have so much confidence?" Like even when we work together at the job we worked at, we ain't got to talk about that. We ain't giving no clout. But the job we worked at together, people was like, "I want to be like you." Like you know, you da da da. Just like, nah, y'all don't understand how long it took for me to get here and like how many battles I went through just to be myself and just be bold. You know what I'm saying?
To tell you that you can't fuck with me.
For real. And same with her. It's like. People, it's crazy how people will look at you and they don't know your story.
But it's in every situation because even in my story, my African community had it everywhere. They told me how they wanted to. They even said I was getting 10 years. They were sending me back to Africa. It even came a point that some people even called and said they saw me in Africa when I was right here in Carswell prison. Literally, I was on a camp. I wasn't even in the prison and people was carrying rumors. But that's the thing. I say this to say that people will share your bad news more than they will share your success. Because I'm telling you, when my story took over, the whole world knew my story. It was everywhere everywhere. But now we started the podcast, the African community, they feel this salty now. They can't, because now they feel like, okay, we have something on top of her as far as she's not going to be able to speak about this, but no, I'm bored enough to talk about my story because this is my story.
Definitely.
Let me talk about my story. You cannot tell my story better than I can. But then now this is what I need you to do, to actually sit over here and listen to me, help you, educate you, not to go into that same path that I went through. And then now I need you to also support by sharing the link. But now I don't see none of y'all sharing. Is it because now it's something different? Is it because now you thought that I couldn't talk? Or you thought you was going to use that to step on me? Because, you know, certain things in time in life that happen in your life, people use it as like a stick. What's the word?
A stepping stone?
No, where to glue it on you to the point that
they use it's your label, like that's how they look at you.
Label
like, that's
you.
how they
That's
look
the
at
word.
you. Like,
Yes.
That's Gloria. She went to jail.
Yeah, she went to jail.
That's exactly how this is how they treated me.
That's how we look.
Like right now, they say, honey, Glenetta, whatever they call me. Oh, yeah, she gonna be just like her mama. That's Gloria Jean right there. She gonna be on drugs. She gonna be a prostitute the rest of her life. Her mama done sold her already. Oh, look at her. She thinks she the shit. Oh, look at her. She ain't gonna never have no better money. She ain't gonna never be nothing. Look at her. Oh, she look just like, she gonna be homeless all her life. She gonna forever be in prison. Go back. Oh, she'll be back. Oh, she out. Oh, she'll be right back.
Yep, that's exactly how.
I just heard you say something. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
You said,
her mama now.
No. She said it was this one thing that stood out. She was like, people think you the shit. Yeah. People don't understand when you've went through something like what we've went through. Y'all don't understand how hard it is just to even get up and do that.
Confidence.
They don't get that. And it's just like,
that's why I walk with my head so high. Like I walk because where I went through, where the hole that I came from
to be out there.
For real. I went through a hole that I literally pulled myself out. God first and the prayers of my family and my mother. If it wasn't because of my family prayer, and I'm talking about genuine prayer. I'm not talking about people praying for you that really laughing at you, you know what I mean? Because you have
not
some
everybody
friends,
can pray for you.
Not everybody.
And you have some friends that come around just to get the news and tell the world. Yes. So I had people like that in my circle, and so the fact that is after I went through what I went through and I survived. Baby, I'm gonna stop it, boo. You can't touch me
like
now.
Once you realize,
baby, because guess what? This train gonna keep on rolling.
I'm trying to keep on.
Period. It's just like,
but it's like, you know what I don't get, y'all, is that the heart that I have, as genuine I am, I don't have friends. Why? Because nobody understands me. And the people that do come around, you personally, I talk to you, you know a lot of personal about me. But when I'm speaking about my life and about who I am, sometimes I be wanting a friend or two to do something with. But guess what? The few people that I was talking to or that do try to come around, how do we know that they're really good for us? You get what I'm saying? When you then had so many people to come into your life and eat off of you and talk bad about you, treat you bad, when you done nothing but feed them or clothe them or help them just with any, whether if it's $1, the shirt off my back. But I'm so nice, like I said, and my wife is trying to teach me not to be rude or cruel. She's teaching me how to accept certain people. To accept everybody, but don't accept everybody into your heart, into your life, into your home. Right. Because everybody that you bring your home are not good people. Because those vibes and those the energies will rub off and will linger around your home and around your clothes and just your furniture and everything. So what I'm learning to do is anybody that I associate with, I make sure I don't tell them too much of my life. Why? Because they use that against me.
Yeah.
Fast too. You get into one argument with somebody, your whole business
they run to social media.
And people run off. They leave. Like, I could be so sweet. Like right now, I can literally meet somebody at Walmart. Hey girl, they be like, you want to hang out? You want to go out for a drink? Because they feel people know that you're going through something. You're so bubbly. I'm so bubbly.
They can feel on your energy.
Yeah. So then I'm like, yeah, shoot. Here's my number. Let's link up. So we link up. It's like people will come around for about a week or two, and then it's like, damn, they disappear. What I do to you?
Right.
Because I'm pretty. I have a couple of things. I'm just myself. I'm natural. I just, like, what am I doing to people? I get money. People don't understand my story and what I've been through. Sometimes my wife always tell me, you always act like you need somebody around. You gotta have somebody around. You don't need nobody but God. But it comes to a point where I be feeling like I not need somebody around, but somebody to talk to. It feels good outside of your mate, because it's like some things like I done told my wife everything. She hasn't used that against me, but it's just the principle. Sometimes I be feeling
you want to talk to.
I've been molested. I've been through all these things. And
I know you told me you got sold by your mother. Tell us about that. You never really talked about that.
I was about 5 or 6 years old after the house fire. My grandmother trusted me to go out with my mother. Mm-hmm. My mom came in from I guess from prison or jail, wherever she was at. She came in high, I guess. And I was learning about drugs and everything, say no to drugs, you know. My grandmother used to tell me, if you want to go with your mother, your mother welcome to go. But if you go, just know it's not guaranteed you'll come back home to grandma the same way you are.
Oh, wow.
Meaning, my grandma is from New Orleans, so she believed in like the voodoo, you know, and things like that. So my grandma told me, you know, that's your mother, so I don't want to tell you anything negative about your parent, you know? So with that being said is, I went with my mom because that's my mom and I haven't seen my mom in a while. Mm-hmm. I wanted to go with her. So I go with her and she sold me to this trucker. We were in Chinatown in Salinas, California, where I'm originally born.
And you was 5 years old?
I think I was 6 years old at the time. Because 5 years old, I was in the house fire. So I had just turned 6 and my mom came and got me. And, you know, I was going through all of that depression and everything that happened from the house fire. Mm-hmm. So, I ended up going to that is called Chinatown. It's in Salinas, California. And anybody that know about California and Salinas, they know that Chinatown is where all the crackheads and the dope dealers and
it's
all that. It's
kind of like, you know, like Rodeo or like Figaro.
Yeah, Figaro, yes. Mm-hmm. It's another Figaro, but it's a smaller town. And half of those people is so sad because those were my family members. Mm-hmm. I just went there 3 years ago, saw my family. Some of them remember me and some of them didn't. And that's what just tore my whole heart right there, because they remembered me. They knew who I was. And some of them, the ones that didn't remember me, they were just like, you know, oh, Gloria. They had really thought I was my mom because them drugs had their mind going. Mm-hmm. Gloria Jean. I said, no, this is Glenetta. This is Honey. You know, it's me. Daughter. So anyway, that's what took place. My mom wanted drugs and she couldn't get her fix. So she had to do what she had to do. Yeah. And I used to bash my mother I could say 3 years ago, I used to bash her. Oh, my mom this, fuck that bitch. People say, so where's your mom? Where's your dad? You know, where's your grandparents? Do you have any siblings? Do you this? Do you that? And I'm like, no, don't ask me. Because then that would trigger emotion in my brain to where it's going to make me think about all the things that I've experienced on, man, now I got to get some money. Right. I got a bill coming. I got to make some money. My wife says, sit back. Don't worry, baby. Everything, I got you. You don't worry about nothing. I'm going to take care of you. You don't have to go out there and live your life like that. God brought me into your life to take care of you, to love you, show you what you're worth. And guess what? I got to make that money. I get depressed. I get depressed. I'm stuck with it. It's like I'm how do you say it? I'm attached to it. I'm adapted to it because that's what I was brought into. That's what I was taught.